Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Christopher.
You got a tweet.
Yes?
Stephanie's Yiddish accent is every bit as authentic as her Conor McGregor impression.
Why, how dare you? How dare you? You get nothing.
No.
Nothing. That's what you get.
Say nothing with your Jewish accent.
Nothing.
I think, on balance, it was a good day for justice yesterday. I thought Adam Schiff was just brilliant. And Daniel Rodriguez, one of several rioters who stormed the Capitol, got almost 13 years in prison, the guy that tased Michael Fanone. He, as he was let out by U.S. Marshals, he shouted, "Trump won." Fanone said, "He'll have 13 years in prison to think about that." Yeah. He stated, though, he wants to see Trump prosecuted for his role in January 6th, to which I say, yay, a moment of magical bipartisan unity.
Indeed.
Yeah, he had bragged on Telegram. I did so much I got away with. I'll tell you later. I tased out of the blue. Yeah, well, he didn't get away with it. And this part, can I have the tiniest of violins, please? His attorneys tried to paint their client as someone who was led astray by Trump, who Rodriguez viewed as a father figure. Oh, George Michael would be so happy. Something he didn't have growing up. He even referred to Trump as dad in social media posts.
Really?
Oh, how bad does your childhood have to be that that's the person you look to replace your father?
Right.
Aww. Also, in other good news, State Election Board in Georgia cleared 2 Fulton County poll workers of fraud perpetuated by Donald Trump and his allies. An investigation found the allegations against Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss were false and unsubstantiated. They had been targets of pro-Trump conspiracy theories after their election night conduct at a polling place. And they were terrorized, Dana. Had to move. Yeah. I mean, it just... okay. Yeah, this was Giuliani. In fact, why does he remain unimprisoned?
Right.
He said it's obvious to anyone who's a criminal investigator or prosecutor they were engaged in surreptitious illegal activity. He's just a complete liar.
Yep.
Freeman told the House of Representatives Select Committee on January 6th last year that Giuliani's decision to scapegoat her and her daughter caused her to lose her name, her reputation, sense of security. They were forced to pack up and leave their Atlanta home where she lived for 20 years due to harassment from Trump supporters. I mean, there's still such a bucket load of karma coming for Donald Trump, don't you think, Dana?
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you kidding? He's not going to rest another day in his life, which honestly, I'm not a vindictive human, but it does bring me joy that he will never have one more peaceful day for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he'd like to see the Titanic. Maybe we could make that part of his...
Oh.
What?
I knew that was coming. I knew it was coming. I didn't know when, but I knew it was coming.
He's buoyant.
What is the latest... What is the latest thing we learned yesterday? This was what do you call it? The thing was built with off-the-shelf components, piloted with a Logitech video game controller. I have one of those over there that doesn't ever work.
You have a Logitech mouse over there.
Yes, that never works.
Right.
I mean, Dana, is this God's way of telling you have too much money? $250,000, and then how much are we spending on rescue to try? I mean, I'm sorry, I feel badly. But how about all these refugees that drowned? You know,
that's my thing. I may be in the minority. These people are suffocating to death. There's a 19-year-old in there that is suffocating to death, and so it's really hard for me, even as a comic, to make jokes.
I know,
but that's the point. Refugees, there are still hundreds of them. 82 of them drowned. We know that for sure. Hundreds of them are missing. Almost 600, and there's no news being talked about this. Yeah, I mean, it is horrible. It really. I mean, it's. I mean, I was just the whole idea of wanting to go see the Titanic and then probably suffer their fate. The people on the Titanic. I know. I trust me. I don't understand that decision either to do that. And the article, there was, I think, one of the headlines that just came through, and it was like extraordinary difficult, like the dangers of the deep sea. The deep sea is not dangerous. Going down in a submarine that is not safe is the dangerous part. Yeah. The deep sea is fascinating. A German man who paid Ocean Gate to see the Titanic wreck 2 years ago called the adventure a
suicide mission. He said he was incredibly lucky to survive. He noted that during a second attempted dive, parts fell off the submarine and electrical issues occurred, causing the mission to be abandoned. And it also seems like a typical story of a company that cut corners. The employee that got fired that said he warned them. He got fired. He's warned them, this is not safe. This is not, cannot dive to that depth. It's not, equipped.
Yeah. And I think what's even more gross is, and what's sad is I'll probably watch it. I guarantee someone has already purchased rights to this movie while people are dying in a submarine.
Yeah.
Because that's what Hollywood does.
Yeah. I mean, and of course, Don Jr. Earned the distinction of being the first conspiracy theorist about this. He tweeted, literally everything I've seen about this missing submarine is insane and sketchy AF. Almost none of it makes any sense whatsoever. How long till we find out about other external factors making it even more so? Or is it just a bunch of rich people and a company that cut corners to make more money?
Absolutely.
So that rich people could do incredibly ill-advised things, right?
I don't know if you saw, there was an interview yesterday with the host of one of these Discovery shows, Expedition Unknown.
Yeah.
They went and they got in the submersible, they went underwater with it, but he was like, no, there's no way I'm going down to the Titanic in this thing.
Yeah.
And they refused to film with them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
I love all the pictures of orcas with microphones in their face. They're just, we don't
It
know
wasn't us.
about the submarine.
We know nothing about
it. It wasn't us. We didn't do it.
Anytime you stick a microphone in an orca's face, it's funny.
Right.
Well, I think it's also
fake
funny
news,
that they're like, why
fake
are these
news.
killer whales acting like this? Because the clue is in the name, first of all.
They said it's fake news, witch hunt, and a hoax. This whole, we didn't do it.
Yeah, they're not called cuddly whales. They're called killer whales. They're gonna
If they
ram
were
your
smart,
boat.
they would take credit. They were like, we told you, get them out. The ocean's ours.
Yeah.
You didn't listen.
The ocean's our house.
Sorry about it. You know who can dive to 4,300 feet? Actually, I don't know.
Orcas.
If they can. Orcas.
Actually, not a lot of life is down there.
No.
Just those weird fish with the
It's
headlights.
almost like it's almost like a weird sign that you shouldn't try.
Yeah.
Exactly, but we can't say not a lot of life is down there. We should just leave it alone.
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing. We don't have the capacity to explore that deep for a reason. There probably is amazing life down there. Let them be.
Yeah. David in Miami. Hello, David. You're on with Dana. Hello, David.
Hi.
Yes, we found the Thoms and their Bizarro Betty and Veronica.
Yes.
And I hope someday there'll be a root beer summit between Hal Sparks, John Fugelsang, and let's say Kevin Sorbo and Dean Cain, these right-wing actors. Let them narrate a documentary, something about viruses in America, whether George Washington and smallpox.
Okay.
Or blankets and warfare.
What? All right. I think the streams crossed this week, the Sexy Liberal streams, because Hal Sparks was on Bob Seska's interview show. It was fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, and which is weird because Hal Sparks. Have you ever seen them together? Hal Sparks Bob Seska is what happens when you feed Hal Sparks after midnight and get him mad. And also get them wet, and then that's what Bob said.
Combined way too many references there.
Yeah.
That didn't work at all.
Everyone's head blew up. What?
That's not. No. That was like Gremlins meets the Incredible Hulk.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Michael in the Bronx, you're on with Dana. Hello.
Hey, Sexy Little Mama and everybody.
Hi.
First off, I sent you a tweet regarding the bombshell news of Kerry Lake being on Trump's short list. I'll let you guys read that.
Okay.
But as far as this two-tier system, are the Republicans finally telling the truth? I say not so fast, because wasn't it we that have been complaining about the two different sets of rules, the two-tier system, and they want to keep lying, saying, no, it's not that, your perception's off, because they are always getting away with so much stuff. And then now they're finally being held accountable. Now they want to say it's a two-tier system. Get the hell out of here. The whole thing is equal accountability. We kept stressing that. And now it's happening. Now they want to come up with this BS saying it's two-tier system. It's not supposed to be a two-tier system. Cut it out, Republicans.
Yeah, there you go. We got a Bronx. Get out of here with that.
Yeah.
Well, it's also, I don't know if we're going up a hard break, but they're talking about a two-tier system with two white people, which is just ridiculous to talk about. If you want to talk about a two-tiered system, talk about the woman who went to prison in Texas for accidentally doing the same voting thing that McCarthy did on purpose.
Yeah.
I think it was Kevin McCarthy. That's the two-tiered system. That's her going to prison for years for an accident and him doing it intentionally. That's the two-tiered system.
Isn't somebody I don't know who somebody, woman defense contract, somebody is going to prison. It was reported yesterday for the exact same thing Trump just did.
There's a new
with classified documents. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Trump lawyers, so MAGA lawyer John Eastman's disbarment hearing was yesterday. I don't know, it was streamed live. So Greg Jacob, the lawyer for Mike Pence, was revealed that Pence's chief of staff, Mark Short, Eastman, and Trump got together. They were talking about this meeting in the Oval Office. Eastman was proposing 2 actions, including unilateral rejection by Pence of the results, right, of the election. Trump lawyer Jenna Ellis, I keep wondering what's going on with her. She suggested
She's fighting with Caitlyn Jenner.
that Pence could go to Congress on January 6th and simply refuse to open the envelopes that contain the Electoral College votes. Jacob called it clearly unconstitutional, and he definitely said it in a what a moron kind of way, too.
I'm also just thinking of Pence standing there. No, I'm not going to do it.
What, he's supposed to say that he couldn't open it, like, physically, the envelopes? Or
you can't make me.
Maybe he's not allowed to open the mail at home without mother present either. We don't know.
Right?
He could be from lady people.
Maybe exactly. He asked, Mother, may I? And she said no.
Lady
No.
people.
You can wait for me to get home.
Yeah,
you can
could be a letter from a lady. Yeah, he can't open that alone.
No.
Okay.
I know. What if one of the fake electors was a lady?
Charles in Miami, you're on with Dana. Hello, Charles.
Hi, good morning, Mama. Hi, Dana. Hi, everybody else.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm just hoping, and I'm kind of disturbed about what I'm hearing from Alito, but I'm hoping the Democratic Party, I'm hoping Rachel, or even the White House, because I'm leaving this all up to the administration. But please, can we get more judges, or can we at least campaign on putting better judges on the court, because these judges control so much integral parts of our lives that it's corrupted now beyond repair. And that should be our campaign slogan for the next coming elections.
Yes.
We need to replace a broken, unrepairable court that's also, mostly corrupt.
We've got to expand the court, Dana. We've got to do what we can do. I mean, I have an abort the court T-shirt. That's another idea. But I think there's going to be some more rulings today. First of all, as we were saying, don't even get me started on the theme this week, but, because we were saying Alito's only there because some people thought it'd be cool to vote for Ralph Nader in 2000. Right? Roe is gone because people thought it would be great to protest vote with Jill Stein, right? I mean, please, let's not. I mean, we were talking about Bobby Kennedy with Dr. Doom today, Dana. I know Bobby. He's been a friend. He's been on the show, and the whole thing makes me sad because I don't know what's happened to him. But if you watch clips, he's clearly unwell.
He's left you voice messages.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
He made a wild claim. This is just yesterday's, that he believes China's developing ethnic bioweapons. He alluded that the United States is doing the same thing. He was on Newsmax.
What was his proof?
He is so clearly being used as a tool of the right, and he doesn't seem to care.
What was his evidence?
As from a lifelong, iconic liberal family, right? He said the Chinese are developing bioweapons that are designed to attack people of certain racial types. We're doing the same thing. I don't know what to say anymore, right?
I don't think you can. I mean, this guy is a nod to QAnon. Like every single thing that comes out of his mouth, it's bizarre. I don't know what happened either, but I mean, it's obviously a mental health thing. I think when you go down these rabbit holes and everything on social media where you read an article and it repopulates another article to reinforce that opinion that you just spent a lot of time on, that's also part of the problem. But there's people believe it. It's not like he's an uneducated man.
Yeah.
It's somehow he believes these conspiracy theories.
I was just talking to Dr. Redlener about his, the Nazis experimented on gypsies and Jews with vaccines. It's the same as the Nazis. I'm just like, oh my God. Anyway. But I'm saying in terms of not repeating the same mistake as 2016 and 2000 and how important the Supreme Court is.
Totally agree.